What is up, everybody? This is RybackStun. We have returned to Marvel Heroes. We are on the test center with, currently right now, Cap's QoL. I had some issues trying to get Winter Soldier, so I'm going to do Cap's thing first. I'm a little sick. I apologize. I'll probably cough a couple times. But Cap is one of my favorite characters in this game and one of my favorite characters in Marvel Comics, so it's only right that I do him first. So got ourselves the Winter Soldier costume here. Now, I do have a bit of health. I have health, I have special item find, movement speed, regeneration on medikit, spirit, and defense rating. So I thought I switched some of that to crit damage, but I might have kept health for survivability back when he was not as good. So I watched the stream, as I'm sure a lot of you guys did, and I checked out a lot of his stuff. What's really cool is that pretty much every one of his passives now has some type of active effect, so I was able to put them all on the bar. Same three trees: Living Legend, Super Soldier, and Shield Slinger. The unique updates is not up just yet, but I will try to get that in a picture as quickly as possible once M3 gets done with that. So I am super looking forward to this. So let's dive right in and just get to some of the stuff. Now, Heroic Strike is the same. It is now, however, only one of two basics that you have. You now just have Heroic Strike and Shield Swipe instead of the third one. I can't remember what that is. But here you go, and it just restores spirit, so boom. It does the same thing. Now, Heroic Charge has been changed a little bit. It still has the knockdown duration, still has the physical damage, but now it generates a serum per hit. We have this new bar called the Super Soldier Serum. Blocking attacks generate serum, and whenever you use a cooldown power, consume some serum to reduce that cooldown by 4 seconds. So if I were to hit this, I'd get one little plip of Super Soldier Serum. So that's the Heroic Charge. Next, we have Vibranium Bash that steals 2 serum per hit. So for those of you who use this basically as your basic, you'll be able to just refill your serum pretty quickly. Notice how it was 5 shots to get that up. Next, we have our first new move, which replaced Leaping... No, it didn't technically replace... No, it did. It did replace Leaping Strike. It's called Meteor Kick. So it does physical damage. It generates 2 serum per hit, or 5 if you have none. So it's really cool. This is directly from Captain America Winter Soldier. Boom. It's the Batroc Knockout Kick. And I say Batroc because it's hilarious in Avengers Assemble and Ultimate Spider-Man, where he goes, "I am Batroc, the leaper, leap," and then leaps away. So, next we have Shield Swipe, which is your typical kind of area melee basic, which is kind of cool. Next we have Shield Bash, which is a new icon, but still does the same thing, and it's a 4-second cooldown. However, watch as I hit with this, because most people will be able to know what this is. Watch what happens with my cooldown. Boom. It did not work. Alright, so, let's see if that happens again. Nope. So I'll have to post in the Captain America thread that that's not currently working. But it should knock that down to 2 seconds. So next we have Shield Strike, and this is a melee attack. Physical damage, 8% chance to block the incoming damage for 4 seconds. It has a lowish spirit cost, so that's actually pretty cool looking. I'm sure people will just continue to use Vibranium Bash because it does generate that serum per hit, and it does actually do more damage than Shield Strike. But if you were to rotate, you could continue to do the moderate amount of damage, but then get the block chance there. So next on the Super Soldier tree, we have Patriotic Soldier. Now this was the Taunt Weaken Patriotic Shout or something to that effect. I can't remember. Patriotic Area. I don't remember. Now it has a passive Super Soldier Serum attached to it, which is amazing. This is what we needed. This is what we wanted. Passive effect is damage negated at 20%. Defense rating is increased by X amount. Maximum health is increased by X amount. You regenerate X amount of health per second, and you and your allies gain endurance. One big thing that we found out about this is that his shouts are completely gone. Doesn't have any of them, and they're attached to his passives, which is really, really cool. No longer need to maintain the shouts because Captain America's a natural leader. He should have all that stuff anyway, right? Next, we have On Your Left, which is his new travel power. Now, yes, it does have a spirit cost. I'm going to champion as hard as I possibly can to get the spirit cost removed, because spirit costs on travel powers is bad game design. Oops. But here is your On the Left. He just runs. It's pretty cool. I would do a speed test, but I really don't care. I love this power. I would use it to the end of days. So there's that. Next, we have Finest Hour, which is the cooldown immunity. Boom. Next, we have Athletic Leap, which is your flips that you can flip-flop over Magneto and Mandarin barriers and stuff like that. Next, we have the Star Spangled Strike, which is the new old ult Now, why I say new old is that it still has, this used to be Finest Hour. Now it's Star Spangled Strike. It still has the buff mechanic of giving you damage rating, defense rating, and giving you 10% buff duration. It looks like they took the spirit off of it, though, which is... Oh, no, it's right there. Restore 50% of your maximum spirit. However, it also adds physical damage and a knockdown duration. So that's going to be cool. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the Q.
Time to stand up and fight.
Boom. And now you have the old airborne assault animation that they did before the Winter Soldier movie, and now you have it in your signature, which does damage, gives you a nice big buff for 10 seconds. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we have Stunning Backflip, which does a stun. And there you go. So that's all those powers in that tree. Now we have the Shield Slinger tree, which I think is the most interesting. Before we look at any of the shield powers, we're going to look at Shield Expertise, which is a toggle. Now, it passively grants you crit hit rating, damage rating, damage to serum powers, and this effect is increased additional 5% for 8 seconds when you use a serum power, stacking up to 4 times, so that's pretty cool. It also gives you 20% damage with environmental objects, and you and your allies gain power. Now, when it's toggled off like it is currently, your Shield Toss and Shield Bounce will do physical bleed damage twice per second. When it's toggled on, your Shield Toss and Shield Bounce will have 100% additional damage and get an 8-second cooldown, and they are treated as serum powers. So it's you utilizing your shield as hard as you possibly can to smack somebody in the face and do a bunch of different stuff. So let's go ahead and check out Shield Toss. There's our little bleed effect, which is pretty cool. Indestructible Shield is your last passive effect. It has your block chance, 8% to negate incoming damage. It also has 8% deflection chance. Physical damage when you are hit by a melee attack. You restore 1 spirit when you block an attack or deflect a projectile. And you have Toughness. Its active effect now is 100% chance to negate incoming damage for 3 seconds. 20-second cooldown. Now, that doesn't look like it's going to be something that gets reduced by the serum power, but we'll see what happens later on. And notice how on the right you saw the Shield Expertise little thing pop up here. Go back if you didn't see it. So now we have Torch Shield Throw, which is a 4-second cooldown attack, physical damage, 2 hits. It's the same thing it always does. Notice how we have our serum damage increased. So that's pretty cool. Next we have Shield Bounce, maximum 8 targets hit, but they are all going to take bleed damage. Yay, that's going to be incredibly helpful. And last but not least, we have Airborne Assault, which gives you vulnerability. It actually has a 4-second cooldown, which means they reduce the damage on it basically drastically, because now he has a new signature that's worth using. So, boom, there's the Airborne Assault, and use your shield, and boom. Now, if I were to turn this on, notice how they're all not incredibly happy. Hit him with this, and actually they both go on cooldown at the same time, and that did work. So, the Shield Bounce looks like the Shield Bounce and Shield Toss looks like they will have their cooldowns reduced. So that's pretty cool. But notice how they didn't do the actual dot, but they did do a larger portion of damage. Let's go ahead and hit this off really quick. Try to see if we can do this. Yeah, it's an obvious increase. It went from 6,000 to 12,000. So let's see if Cap has any hero synergy changes. Nope, he's still deflectile projection chance, which is good. It's what you want on him. So that's that. That is Captain America. That is the new QoL. I think he's going to be really good. Once we see what the uniques are all about, we'll be able to figure out what we want to do with that. Right now I'm sitting with the Captain's Mask and the Stark Industries Support Armor. I would love to be able to reuse his own shield instead of having to use the Overseer's Mace. Shield Systems Reconnaissance Belt I'm kind of attached to, but if the Invader's Photograph turns out to be a good use for him, I'll definitely use that. And I don't think I'm ever not going to use Batroc Sabate Boots because 2 fighting? Yes, please. So, sorry about that. That was horrible. Anyway, that is Captain America. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did showcasing it to you guys. Remember to like and comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Tumblr at RybackStun. More videos as they come along, and with that, this is RybackStun, signing out.